What is good, Josh? I'm the Spool Game Man, back with yet another reaction video, baby. And actually, I said reaction video. Today's back with another anime review video, baby. It's today we're getting into Black Clover. What better time than ever with a new season being announced? I think officially, right? That they're gonna come out with another new season. I don't remember what year though. I think it's either late this year or next year. Why not? Going to get my reviews, opinions on what's happened up to this point for you guys. It's actually one of my favorite animes that I'm currently watching, or that I've recently finished or recently caught up to now, since there's another new season. But let me know what you guys think of it down below. Here, what we're gonna do today, I'm just gonna kind of review my thoughts and opinions on it, not give too many spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on the full what's come out today anime wise. Now, I don't read much on the manga, so it's a lot that I don't 100% know because I haven't seen it animated, but there are things that I've heard that I may reference throughout this. But let's get all the way back to the beginning, man. It's where everything started out with a simple book. That's right. It all started with a simple grimoire and a wand. I'm just playing, y'all. This is the closest thing I had to some props. But no, for real though, it's a simple grimoire, bro, where basically it gives you an affinity of some kind. Now, we're not talking about just elemental affinities here. We're not just talking about fire, lightning, wind, water, earth. No. We're talking about air, which I guess is still element. We're talking about air. We're talking about painting. We're talking about dreams. We're talking about steel, metal, invisibility, as all we know, the lead character in this, Asta, has anti-magic. As a little boy, he just wanted to be the Wizard King so bad. Him and his best friend slash brother, they wanted to go on to be the Wizard King from their small little royal village and go make big things happen for everybody back home. And when it came of the age, because everybody at the age of, I think it's 15, you get your grimoire, you go to this big ceremony, it comes down to you, it chooses you. Everybody got one, and gets this great 5-leaf clover, never before seen grimoire. Only the first Wizard King himself had this book. And then you look over at Asta. Just sad, bro. He doesn't get one. You know what I'm saying? My boy does not get one. Everybody starts laughing, making fun of him. He's been screaming Wizard King this, that, training all his life physically, and he doesn't get it. And then finally, it kind of progresses to where gets into a bad situation. He doesn't know how to use his yet. It tries to get stolen from him by somebody else that wants a more powerful grimoire, and that's when we find out Asta finally chooses him on his deathbed, about to be killed, slain, trying to protect his friend. A grimoire appears out of nowhere. It's black and it's got 4 leaves. Everybody else has had 3, keep in mind, but Uno's has 5, and now Asta's has 4, and it's black, pitch black. And out of it comes this long, dusty, rusty sword that he ends up winning the fight with. And that's where everything kind of picks up from there. So they go on to this tournament to see which team they'll be placed on. There's 12 different Wizard Guard captains, and they got to be selected onto one of these teams. Uno goes to the best one, Asta goes to the worst one. Not a lot of people wanted him, everybody wanted Uno. And it's kind of this constant battle back and forth between them two of them having the same goal, getting better opportunities because they like him, he's got more likability, and then Asta, he's got more likability in the fact that he never gives up. He's always fighting for his friends. You slowly but surely start to see this relationship develop and kind of grow. And it honestly paints a picture into my mind. And I'll always relate things back to Naruto because it's my favorite anime. But it honestly paints a picture of what possibly could have happened had Sasuke stayed in the village and decided to just train at home. The kind of relationship him and Naruto would have had he not gone rogue. That's kind of what it seems like. It's just kind of a painted picture of 2 main characters, one strong and gifted, one weak but willing to fight for everything he's got, actually being rivals and actually being best friends from start to finish, not deviating to evil. Now, if I'm thinking about any animes that have done something like that and the other guys, one of them too, has never been evil before, I don't think it's been done. Now, had a little 5-episode run where he became evil because he got overtaken by an elf, what I'm saying, and that could also be it. You later find out some different plot twists later in the anime that actually has elf lineage, or is actually the leader of a whole nother land. He came to this orphanage as a baby just like Asta, and 2 completely different paths. we end up finding out that Yuno actually is supposed to be the king of a whole nother land. And that explains exactly why he's so powerful. But now you're looking at Asta, though, still somebody that's still an orphan that we don't really know his power from. And if I had to guess, I feel like he might have been the product of, with how well he controls his grimoire, which ends up becoming a grimoire with one of those devils in it, because that's what they're mainly fighting here in this universe. Devils. It's a battle between devils. It was a battle between elves and humans, but then they realized that the elves and humans are only fighting because the devils intervened. So it really is the devils versus the elves and humans. And then the elves get wiped out, so it's just humans left now. So you end up finding out that it's just this back and forth war between the two, and I really think that Asta might have, just like has different lineage. Asta might have different lineage, and that's why he's got such a great affinity with his book and such a great passion with his book that he's able to just keep elevating to new heights. And so if we're looking at the world as a whole, it's great. I mean, every kingdom, they're from the Spade Kingdom, and you start to realize that there's the Hearts Kingdom and then the Clover Kingdom. You start to realize that basically the 4 kingdoms are the 4 suits of cards. The Diamond Kingdom. So you start to realize that everybody's just kind of like the 4 card suits, and that alone I think is a pretty interesting world building idea. The 12 guard captains, I think it's pretty cool, just kind of how they keep tracks of points based off how many missions they're completing. The ranks of the missions I think are pretty cool. The different ranks that each of the different people underneath them have, the hierarchy. The one main issue is just that the royals just look down on the commoners, as they do in a lot of different animes. Like, the royals are always looking down until one of the commoners gives them a reason to actually be like, maybe these people ain't so bad. Kind of follows that same train and the same lineage. Now, as far as plot twists, there's a couple throughout here. I mean, you start to realize that the first big bad of the whole thing actually is, it looks like he's somebody that he's not supposed to be. And without giving any spoilers, basically he looks like somebody on the good side, and he's not, but he takes over his body. And it just kind of goes into this back and forth of where, like, you don't know what's going on until the first major plot twist happens. And you realize that, oh, snap, it was right in our face the whole time. And that's what you're going to say. It's right in our face the entire time. How did I not see that this was that? I'm once again trying not to give too many spoilers, but this was that. And for me, when I first saw it, and I first saw that first big fight, you actually see the Wizard King fight for the first time. It was amazing. The choreography was great. It's like not so much hand-to-hand combat, it's more so, magic to magic combat. And then they had that tournament where they were trying to find people who was the strongest people to go on these different missions. You start learning about the different power scaling systems, mana zones, how strong your magic can actually be compared to your actual physical body. And you start to see these guys start to progress and level up and learning these different mana zones and how much more stronger they can get. And you start to realize the power system is actually kind of intricate, and it's actually pretty interesting. It's actually one of a dope power scheme. Now, it's nothing like, ki or chakra where it's just, you just kind of level up. Like, eventually you reach a cap and then you have to learn this mana zone thing. But the difference between, like, Naruto, for example, like learning Sage Mode, almost nobody can learn Sage Mode. Like, it is very hard, very, very hard. Like, we see like maybe a handful of sages in Naruto. Mana zone's not easy to learn, but easier than I would say Sage Mode. Or, for example, obviously Super Saiyan. Like, you have to be a certain blood type to be Super Saiyan. No, I can't take Yamcha and make him Super Saiyan. But anybody can learn Mana Zone with enough time, skill, effort, practice. They can get to that point. So it's a little bit easier to obtain that higher level, but still very hard and very rare. And it helps a lot of battles. It helps take out a lot of tougher enemies. And with what's coming here in this new season, how strong these opponents are going to be, if you don't have a Mana Zone, you're getting clapped up. That's just how strong these devils are. If you don't at least, now you can have a Mana Zone and still get clapped up, but if you don't at least have a Mana Zone, you might want to take a back seat in this fight. I'm just going to go and throw that out there, because it's not going to be fun for you. Now, I'm excited to see what happens with Asta, how much more growth he gets with his devil that he has. We finally see the vice captain of the Black Bulls kind of show up in that last season. You got to see that he's actually got control of four demons or devils that he has control of and complete mastery over. and they help him be extremely strong. And I think in this next season we actually get to see him fight side by side with like Yami, and that's supposed to be like this huge fight that's going to be really crazy. Like all the stuff that I've seen manga wise, I can't wait to see animated. I can't wait to see. I've reacted to some NC Hammer videos here on the channel where we've looked at Black Clover and ranked some different things in Black Clover, and some of the stuff that we've seen through there as spoilers has me completely excited for this new season in hopes that it gets animated, and I can't wait for it. Now, as far as an anime as a whole, did I cry? Not that I can remember. There's not too much emotional toll through this anime. You feel bad, but not too much like emotional toll. There's no real, I wouldn't say there's even really any deaths that you've built up enough emotional connection with the character to like start crying or feel like you feel bad and it don't feel good, but you don't start crying. I wouldn't say they built up that emotional connection, and for that, that's something that I guess could be done better, you know, building up emotional connection to the side characters a little bit more, maybe a little bit more on their backstory, a little bit more fighting. But the anime is not like a One Piece where it's got thousands of episodes, not like a Dragon Ball Z where there's multiple different side seasons and thousands of episodes, right? Like it's not short, it's got 100 200 episodes or so, I mean it's pretty long still, but it's not long enough to really flush out characters and build out, you know, emotional attachment. So I'll say that's one area it lacks in. The combat is great, yo, especially when you get to watch the tournament. You see their magic going and flying across, but it's magic on magic, right? You're not gonna come there for boxing. You're not gonna come see them fight it out, duke it out. Really, it's gonna be their magic powers versus their magic powers, their grimoires battling it out. So the scenes are still fantastic. The animation is still fantastic on it. Me personally, I'm more of like a boxing hand-to-hand combat. I want to see a little bit more of that than just battling out with powers, but powers is pretty cool. So I don't think anybody has like, I mean, it'd be tough to have a grimoire that like just makes you a better fighter. I wouldn't even know what magic that would be, to be honest with you, just have hands for real. But I would say overall, give me a 9.1 out of 10 on this anime. As far as magic animes go and magic power scalings go, it's top tier. I don't think there's another one in my mind that I can think of right now that is better than Black Clover when it comes to magic powers. Yeah, even looking back on like the animes I've completed, just playing magic on magic, the only other one I could think of that would have something similar would be like Misfit Academy of a Demon King. And even that's not like full magic, like they're doing like out of a book magic. It's kind of similar though, but I would probably place this one above that one in terms of what the magical fights look like and how they act. Now, how I rank them, you have to wait till I do a review on that anime to see if it's better or not. But let me know what you guys think of it down below, man. Are you guys excited for Black Clover? Where does it rank on your list? Is it in my top? I would say it's definitely in my top 10. It's definitely up there. But I think the hit on me, the biggest hit on me, the biggest complaint I have is just Asta, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Asta's, he's an annoying MC. To me, he's an annoying MC. The biggest thing I can't get over, you have 3 girls swooning over you, and he keeps wanting Sister Lily. That beats the crap out of him every time he mentions marrying her. Like he is to her like Naruto is to Sasuke, but at least, not Sasuke, Sakura, my fault. But at least Naruto gave up eventually. At least Naruto gave up, and at least Sakura, nah, she did beat on him a lot. Like she beats on him, like at least Sister Lily be doing it on accident, or at least so she say. At least he be doing it on accident. But bro, it's the fact that he's really got 3 other women his age. Mind you, this boy, he out there cougar chasing. His 3 other girls his age that want him. And he just obsessed with it. And to the point where he doesn't even recognize that they want him. Kind of like how Naruto was with Naruto. He didn't even recognize that she liked him until he got told verbally. But not only just that, like he's just loud at random points. Sometimes he really is obnoxious. Like it really gets to the point where sometimes I'm looking at him like, bro, really? Bro, really? Why now? Why are you doing it? Why are you this loud? Why are you yelling? Why? Like, you ask why a lot with Asta, and I feel like a lot more than I have with any other MC. So for me, a little bit slightly too annoying. Like, there's sometimes where it's annoying and it's funny and it's okay. Naruto's an example of that. When just the original Naruto, he wasn't as annoying as Shippuden. He grew up, but in Naruto, yeah, he grew up even still throughout that series. But there's a couple times where you're just like, why? Or are you really that dumb? I don't feel like Asta ever kind of gets smarter. Now, he has crazy powerful moments, which is great. It makes up for it, but he doesn't ever really mature at all through the series. I'm not gonna lie to you, at least in my opinion. You guys can let me know down below if you disagree, but let me know what you guys think of the anime down below. We can chop it up some more down below. This is actually one of my favorite animes. Like I said, it's in my top 10, top 5 maybe. One of these days I really got to sit down and make a list of all the animes I've completed and give you guys an accurate list, but we'll do that eventually. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's me, boy Sean, Smooth, Black Kage, Black Avatar, King Leo, and I will catch you guys in the next video, man. I am gone for the day. Peace.